Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this month's Product Sneak Peek webinar series. This is a quick, power-packed 15-minute pop-in series where we're introducing you to innovative quality products for your food bank programs. On the right side of your screen, just as a quick introduction, you'll see the chat window. We invite you to submit questions and comments here throughout the event. At the top of that chat tool, you'll notice a tab for handouts where you can download the information sheet about Better Backpacks for today's webinar. And in the lower left of your screen, you'll notice a button to request samples of the Better Backpacks that we're going to introduce you to today. So make sure to check out those features during today's webinar event. A quick shout out to our regional reps, Janelle Monger and Chris Clark, who are in the audience today. They'll help answer questions as we move throughout the webinar. My name is Missy Hunter. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Umoja Supply Chain Solutions, and my wonderful co-host for today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Hope. I am also a Regional Sales Manager for the Southeast and Southwest.
A quick introduction for those of you who've joined us for previous webinars. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, we're happy to have you with us today. Umoja is a minority-owned for-profit grocery health and logistics company with a social mission. Umoja means unity in Swahili, and we're united in the drive for equity and access to food and health care for all. We're really fueled by our three core divisions. Our Food for Health team specializes in food as medicine and nutrition empowerment programs to improve health, address social determinants of health, and support the prevention and management of chronic diseases. Our Hunger team, the team bringing you today's webinar, is focused on providing quality foods, box building, and food program support services for hunger relief organizations, nonprofits, and government agencies. And our logistics team is really that backbone of our operations. They make everything we do possible. So with that, I'd love to hop in and get things started for today.
So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we are going to talk about a better backpack, and we're going to answer your most important question, why a better backpack? We know you're looking for increased variety, better nutrition standards, and overall just a great tasting option. And those are the things we're going to talk about today.
I'm excited. I really am. I mean, today, this is such a passionate and a very important conversation. It really is around that ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Our reason for talking about this and our reason for developing and introducing these options to everyone today is really the fact that nutrition security is such an important intervention at a younger age. And so with these backpack programs, better products, we can introduce kids to foods that they love, flavors they love, but we can introduce those healthier aspects to them, different products that deliver on added health benefits and nutrition, important nutrients as well. So those really kind of help us with addressing those deficiencies. That poor diet in early childhood affects, those really key essential vitamins and nutrients. It affects academic performance. It affects behavioral health. And it can lead to an increased risk of chronic disease in the future. All this, I'm sure so many of you who work in and around hunger with so many of your communities already kind of know this, but it really is just so important, and it's the driving force behind why we really wanted to introduce you to that better backpack. It's important too, we kind of want to point out those real key health goals for better nutrition. So as you're exploring new products, as you're looking at ways to continue to kind of increase the benefits that you're providing with these programs, is to focus on those lower added sugars, fats, and salt, and to really make sure that we're getting good quality proteins, fruits and vegetables we know are fantastic, and then the grains and dairy. So we're excited to bring forward some of those things for you today in these new backpacks.
So a couple things to highlight, in addition to how great they are nutritious-wise, you'll see that they are ranked either green or yellow, most of our components for a backpack. They're also going to be able to sit on your shelves for a longer period of time. So I know we always want to get out a backpack as quickly as we can, but to order ahead to cut down on freight, everything is going to have at least 18 months shelf life. Some components are up to 3 years. As Missy talked on. They're going to be nutritious with added benefits for kids. And because we are focusing on pouches over cans, they're going to weigh a little bit less, which we know can make a huge difference when you're a tiny kiddo.
Let's get to the heart of this here. I'm excited. Talking about kind of a traditional backpack versus the new, better backpacks. Kind of take us through a little, Hope, if you could, how we're really stepping up this game here.
Yeah, so our backpacks are going to be ranking green and yellow for the most part, component-wise, in SWAP, which, if you don't know, SWAP is a general, SWAP and her, our general ranking systems for foods. There's going to be a green, which is eat often, yellow, which is eat sometimes, and red, which is eat less often or avoid more quickly. The three things they take into account are sodium, saturated fat, and added sugars. So not only are these doing better, as you can see, compared to the traditional backpack, but we're also offering or welcoming in some new products or options. So in the traditional one, you'll see most are doing fruit cups or veg cups. We are introducing a Holmes applesauce, which is a pouched squeezed option, available in a couple different flavors. We'll talk more about that in a minute. A backpack yogurt, a shelf-stable yogurt, which is maybe you've joined our backpack yogurt webinar earlier, but it's a great opportunity to hit all of the nutrient needs and provide a little bit of variety. And then just working through all of our options are going to have many flavors, which is really great. You can get stuck in the same routine. I don't know about any of you, but I don't want to eat the same thing every weekend. And so variety is the spice of life.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you mentioned that too, Hope. For those of you who are joining us for the first time and maybe didn't catch some of our earlier webinars, back in January, we spent our whole time talking about and introducing the backpack yogurts, which are just really fantastic products. And then just in March, we were talking about our pouch ENTREES. So if you have a chance, go circle back to our website and check out the recordings for those webinars too, and you can get a deeper dive on those products. I just want to add to you, like, SWAP is just such a helpful tool, you know, for identifying those better products, helps you filter the field a little bit. So we always want to make sure that we can provide some insight there. But it's also really good to keep an eye on like your fibers and your protein content too, with those different components. Those are just really healthy, helpful. I almost try to combine those two words there to make a new one. But those are two really important things to keep an eye on as well when you're looking through the different components. So our team can provide nutritional information for you on the wide variety of things available. And speaking of variety.
Yes, so just a few items we want to touch on that we think really emphasize the better backpack idea. We've got the pouched meals. They're going to come in great flavors like pizza mac, cheesy mac, kid-friendly, again, in the pouches over the can, so easy to open, no sharp lids to get cut on or caught on. And then just as you said earlier or saw earlier, better ranking in nutrition. We've got 4 great flavors in the yogurt. And then we also have a lower sugar option with the pouched cereals. Those are also delicious. And it's always hard to find a cereal that isn't going to kill you in the sugar category. And then finally, our applesauce, which a wide variety of options. And then we also have juice boxes and other snacks to round out the mix.
And it's cool to point out to you that that cheesy mac, that pizza mac, those flavors kids love, those are both SWAP green. So they get, again, that's that opportunity we have to really provide flavors kids love, but to introduce the healthier components we're looking for. So we step up that game there on the nutrition side.
So obviously these backpacks are of course great for backpack programs, but they're also all shelf stable, lightweight, and easy to open. So they're also great for disaster response, unhoused kits, any really youth-based programming, just kind of in general, refugee programs. This is kind of a one-stop shop for all of your ready-to-eat needs.
And I'll add to that, you know, we can do those mixed loads of components from some of our vendor partners. So all of that real specific kind of back and forth the team can work on with you all as you're looking to build a menu specific to your community needs. So that flexibility is there. And just that reminder that if you hit that handouts tab in the upper right of your corner and download that info sheet today, you'll see a wide range of the products we can offer. We want to keep our time with you here on Screen Brief to get you back to your day, but that's a great resource for you to make sure you get your hands on, and it gives you a good view of a lot of the different categories of products we can provide and just different flavors and everything. So make sure to check that piece out there. And we've got some awesome savings, right, folks?
Yeah,
right.
We know that price is probably your number one concern. And so thank you so much for joining us today. And as a reward or an incentive to continue, we are offering 25 cents off of your bag for your first 2 loads. So feel free, or make sure you request a sample so you know how good they are, and then we can get you ready to place an order.
All right. Well, again, keeping ourselves on track, keeping you short and brief here with a lot of power-packed information before you head back into the rest of your day. We're going to open it up into a Q&A session here. So any questions that you've got, folks, go ahead and load those up here in that chat field. We are ready to answer any and everything that you've got.
Oh, it looks like we have a question on minimum orders. So a minimum order for a built backpack is going to be 2 pallets, but if you're ordering components, it can be much smaller.
And we've got that option too. I know from the minimum order side, Hope, like we were talking about before, we're able to mix and really make things cost effective from a freight perspective too.
Yeah, we're always going to try to find you the best deal, and we are always going to look to make sure that it's a full truck, even if it's not all going to you.
And I think we had an earlier question too. Is the whole kit shelf stable? And the answer is yes. Even with those dairy components, from your milk to the Better Backpack yogurt products, those are all shelf stable. So that really makes this so much more flexible for those of you out there in the audience today. And again, as Hope mentioned, that shelf life really lets you make sure that you can take advantage of freight and order in advance, and those components will store really nicely.
Okay, it looks like we have a price on, or a question on price. I really recommend that you reach out to your contact so we can make sure that we make the best backpack for your needs in your budget. We really are fully open to customizing, and we want to make sure that as a nonprofit with a budget, we can fit into your needs.
I think too, Hope, if you could just touch on delivery time standard wise. I know, there's a lot of factors involved there, but.
Yeah, delivery can sometimes be incredibly quick if we have everything in our warehouse, but sometimes it can take 2 to 3 weeks of a lead time.
Great thing to keep in mind, plan ahead there. Any other questions from our wonderful audience today? Go ahead and plug those in here. We've got about a minute left of time. We do have one here, Gardner. What are your ship from locations, Hope?
Yeah, so we have 3 warehouses. We have one in Houston, one in Sharon, Pennsylvania, and one in Woodland, California. They are available. Our question is, are these available all year long? And they are available all year long. We are happy to transition from a backpack to a summer backpack to a holiday backpack, whatever you are in need of.
Great questions, folks. I think we're just going to make sure we wrap up here and again, keep this on time and on task. So we just want to say thank you so much for joining us today for the webinar around the Better Backpack. Make sure to reach out to your representative, for any follow-up questions you may have. Request a sample using the feature there in the bottom left. And don't forget to download your handout in that upper right tab of the chat field there. We do have some additional webinars that are still coming up in this series through the end of the year. So make sure to visit our website. You can sign up for upcoming culturally connected foods. And then we've got some specialty pancake and baking mixes we want to introduce you to later this year. And I just want to mention as well, our Food for Health team is hosting a roundtable webinar discussion with an amazing panel focused on maternal health, that impact of nutrition on health outcomes for both mother and baby. So make sure to join us. You can sign up via our website there as well, or visit that link you'll see on your screen. That's Wednesday, August 30th. So thanks so much, folks, again, for your time today. We really appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at the next one. Have a good day.
Thank you.